Thank you for joining us for a virtual Here Now artwork discussion with the Frye Art Museum. My name is Caroline and I am the Education Coordinator here at the Frye. I will be facilitating today's digital discussion. While we cannot be together in the galleries, we hope you will still enjoy the opportunity to slow down, look closely, and spend some time with a work from the Frye collection. It's always fun to look at art by yourself, or invite a friend or family member to join you in the discussion. You might also choose to write down your observations or make a drawing in response. If this is the case, please gather your materials now. We will begin each artwork discussion by taking a quiet moment to simply look at the work of art and observe. Remember, there are no right or wrong answers. It's about what you notice or experience when looking. After you have taken a moment to observe on your own, I will ask some questions to guide your looking and provide information about the artwork before we end. You can expand or minimize the video on your screen for this discussion. You can also access closed captioning through the Settings tool. Take a moment to see what works best for your viewing. Today's theme is winter's arrival and the promise of spring. The winter is often a time of change, as we welcome a new year and look ahead to the future. Winter can offer its own pleasures, as snow dusts the ground and light returns, if however slowly. As we explore today's artworks, I encourage you to enjoy these scenes as they are now and imagine how they may change over time. I am particularly excited that this format allows us to share works from the Frye's collection that we have not previously featured in a Here Now discussion. This is the artwork we will be looking at today. We will take pauses in between each set of questions to give you time to look closely at the artwork and think about your responses. Remember, you may pause this video at any time to spend more time on one of the slides. To start our discussion, please take 30 seconds to look quietly at this piece. You might start at the top corner of the canvas, moving across and down. You may move close to the screen to see details, or step back for a new perspective. Your cursor is a great tool to trace and track details within the artwork. Thank you for your quiet observation. We will now move into our guided questions. If you are looking with a friend or family member, we hope you will share your observations or consider writing down or sketching your answers. For our first question, what are some words you would use to describe this scene? Moving on to our second question. What kinds of lines and shapes do you see? Take a moment to describe, draw, or write down what you notice. Let's now look at the colors the artist used in this painting. How would you describe these colors? If you were a color in this work of art, what color would you be, and why? For our final question, we can revisit our theme of winter's arrival and the promise of spring. Do you see a suggestion of spring anywhere in this image? What time of the year might this scene be from? Thank you for taking the time to share and reflect on your observations. I would now like to share some information on this piece. The artist of this work is Yasu Eguchi. The title is Winter Scattering, and it's from 1978. This is a screen print and intaglio work, and the size is 35 by 46 inches. Yasu Eguchi was born in Japan during World War II and began his painting career in the 1960s. Eguchi identified as an abstract expressionist, a movement that grew out of the war and used color, line, and size in spontaneous application to reveal the artist's emotional state and attitude. He gained success in Japan and immigrated to the United States in the late 1960s. Upon moving to the United States, Eguchi painted in Western styles, using oil paints on canvas with bold impressionist influence. He later turned towards his Japanese upbringing, replacing canvas and oil paints with paper, prints, and watercolors for a more Eastern style. We can see his style come together in Winter Scattering, an abstract landscape of both bold and sensitive influence. In the foreground of our winter scene, we see a blue-gray stream running out of a rocky snowscape dipped in colors of yellow, blue, black, and peach. A tight row of trees lines the background of the scene in black, brown, and white, pulled together with sharp, energetic lines. Winter scattering is created by multiple printmaking techniques, including screen printing, also known as serigraph, and intaglio. Screen printing is a process where ink is transferred through a mesh screen onto a surface, while in intaglio printing, the image is produced by cutting into a surface and applying ink into the incisions. Printmaking allows the artist to create multiple copies of a single image. In the bottom left corner of this piece, we can see that this specific image is 12th out of 100 total prints. Eguchi has received numerous arts and design awards throughout his career. He currently resides in Santa Barbara, California. The process of printmaking requires numerous steps and care to complete. I encourage you to explore this step-by-step screen printing guide from the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I've included a link to the webpage in the video description and on the blog. I would also like to leave you with a question. What type of design or scene might inspire you to make a screen print? Thank you for joining us for a Here Now artwork discussion with the Frye. We value your support and can't wait to welcome you back to the museum again soon.